Hey everyone, this is Kim Paolucci, and I am here to talk to you guys about doTERRA's 30-day cleanse. So last year, a bunch of us got together and we did the cleanse together. I think it was around February when we did it, and it was the first time we did it as a group. And I think we all learned a lot from that. So I wanted to go ahead and share some of our lessons learned from that group cleanse, as well as let you guys know really what the cleanse is about. Um, and I'm really excited. So mark your calendars. On January 15th is when we are going to start the group cleanse. And so you guys can start getting your products now and prepare your LRP order for January as well to make sure that you have everything in that you're going to need in order to do the cleanse. So I want to just talk a little bit about what the purpose of the cleanse is. So I want you guys to keep in mind every choice that we make either brings our body into balance or brings our body out of balance. And those choices includes the food we eat in the body, put in our body, the foods we drink, the liquids we drink. It includes decisions that we make to keep us out of stress. Or it even includes stuff that we put on our bodies. So any types of makeup, shampoo, conditioner, even down to decisions of what we use to clean our clothes with. All of that is taken in by the body. And it, like I said, it either brings us into balance or it brings us out of balance. So the whole purpose of this 30-day cleanse is to do two things. So one, it's going to cleanse your internal organs. And by that, I mean, we're looking at the liver, the kidney, the spleen. So all of these organs are organs that help the body to detoxify itself. So as I was saying, every decision we make brings us into balance or out of balance. When we are eating foods that are processed, that are high in sugar, that are not natural, that are not whole foods, our body takes that in and our organs need to cleanse it. And in the stomach and the spleen, when they don't know what to do with something, they store it. And they store it in our bodies, and it can look like fat. So they might store it in fat. Ladies, we tend to have more fat than men. So we actually tend to hold on to a lot more toxins that enter into our body than the men do. So in other ways, it can hang around in heavy mucus in our body. So it can show up in different ways. So we really want to go ahead and detox those organs in a healthy manner. And then that way we can continue our regimen that is going to help to maintain and keep balance of the body. So the second part of the cleanse is going to be about cleansing our gut, right? And so I think we concentrated more on the gut last year than we did on cleansing the internal organs. So that's why I did want to specify that there are two areas of this cleanse, that we're not just looking at the gut, but we are looking at our internal organs. So hey Nova, thanks for joining me, and Delori, I think it is, thanks for joining me. So a couple of the items that we are going to need for the 30-day cleanse. So if anybody recently enrolled, I think within the last year or so, then you receive the doTERRA Essentials book. And conveniently, right at the back of the book, it outlines all of the items that you need for this cleanse. And so there's going to, and you can see right here, that the LLV, it's going to be taken throughout the whole 30 days. So that's something that we're looking up to take for the whole 30 days. The Terrazyme, something that we're going to take for the whole 30 days. Zendocrine complex is something that we're going to take for the whole 30 days. And then these items are going to be taken during certain parts of the phases. And then we're going to have lemon that's going to be going throughout the whole cleanse as well. So let's look at these individually and see why we need them. Right? I know, and it's so convenient, and you can use the checkbox or you can make copies of it. So let's look at each individual item and see how it's supporting our bodies. So the first thing I want to look at is LLV. Important to note that this week only, the LLV is 15% off. Oh, I'm so glad that I didn't buy it earlier this month and was putting it off for the middle of the month. I got other stuff I got Christmas gifts for my $200 order. So I am going to stack up on 2 LLVs so that I can have one for in between orders always on hand. So I'm really excited. So the LLV is 15% off. So I think it makes it around $69 this month, which is really exciting compared to the very cost-effective $79 that the LLV is, because all the nutrients that you get in here, guys, if you were to go into a GNC or any type of health food store, like you would be paying hundreds of dollars for all the nutrients that you get in here. So it's a really great cost. So the first thing we're going to look at is the Z omega. And so the Z omega is omega fatty acids, and it has some essential oils in it. It's actually coated in some peppermint essential oil to help ease the stomach. And this supports crucial body processes, and it also helps to support the immune system. Other good things to know about the Z omega is that it's really going to support your brain and your heart health as well. So these are going to be really important to us. The next suspect that we are going to be looking at is the Microplex VMZ. So those are our vitamins and minerals. And what's really great about this is they are bioavailable. They're whole food supplements. And what that means is if you were to get a Centrum or some other type of hard calcium deposit type of vitamin, when you take that and your body's not fully processing that and absorbing the nutrients it needs. However, when you have a supplement that's whole food, meaning that a lot of it is powdered food, then the body can easily, because it can recognize it, right? We just learned that synthetic materials that you might find in Centrum, right? The body doesn't know what to do with. So it might store it as fat. It might come out as mucus. The body might just expel of it right away and not absorb anything. So with the whole food, it's recognizing what the food is, and it's able to absorb that into the system, and it's able to support itself. So that's super important. And it's really great because it helps address any nutrient deficiencies and supports a healthy metabolism as well as cellular energy. So it's absolutely fabulous. And then the last suspect we're looking at is alpha CRS, and that has botanical extracts in it that support healthy cell function as well as cellular energy. So we are going to be taking 2 of those in the morning, and we're going to be taking 2 of those in the evening. And they're completely doable for people. So lessons learned from last year, there are people who sometimes, because the pills are rather large, and you take 6 in the morning and 6 in the evening. And so I'm somebody who can just pop them all in my mouth and swallow them and go about my day. However, there are some people out there who tend to have gag reflexes, and or for some reason they have some mental limit that they cannot have all of those or the larger pills. So the alpha CRS and the Microplex VMZ, which are the 2 larger pills, they can be broken apart and they're powdered, and you can go ahead and you can sprinkle them into a smoothie. So you can get them into your body that way. You can sprinkle them into the oatmeal. You could even chew them and swallow them that way as well. So those are some options that you can do. I don't want you guys to discount this just because it's something that you look at it and you say, they're too big. I can't do that. I heard somebody one time say, you don't look at a steak. It's like, it's too big. I can't eat it, right? You start taking one piece at a time and you eat it and you enjoy it. Well, these are going to be really, really beneficial to your body. So really go ahead and find ways that you can take it. I know other people in this group, they put all the vitamins into a bowl, and then throughout the morning, they will go ahead and take a couple of the vitamins throughout their morning and not take them all at once. And that's perfectly acceptable as well. It's always better to get them into your system than to not use them at all. A couple of other tricks that I have learned with taking the vitamins and the supplements is so when you go into work, so when I was pregnant and I was working a 9 to 5, what I did for my prenatal pills is I would go ahead and I would pack all of my morning prenatal stuff that I would need, and I'd bring it into work with me. And then that's when I would sit down at my computer, I'd have a little snack, and then I would go ahead and I would take my vitamins then. So if it's easier, even what I started doing is I would pack some that would last me for a couple of weeks and keep them at my work. And then I'd keep some home. And then that way I could have some in the morning when I got to work. And then when I got home, I could go ahead and have the ones at home. So make it as easy as possible for yourself and tack it on to current things. So like for instance, when I was taking my prenatal pills, I always sat down at my desk and had a snack in the morning. It's something that I just did before I started my workday. So it was natural and easy for me to tack on taking my prenatal vitamins at that time because it was something that I already did. So tacking on to current things. If you want to leave your vitamins by your toothbrush, that might be helpful for you. So just look for little tricks that you can do in order to make it easier for you to take all of this. So the next thing that we are looking at is DigestZen Terrazyme. And so the Terrazyme is a bouquet of enzymes that's really going to help your body to break down the food. So in Chinese medicine, it's really interesting. We really should be eating about 3 to 4 times a day. And if we are constantly eating, we are really overworking our organs that help us to break down the food and to expel it from our body. So even if we are eating all vegetables, and all carrots and all foods that naturally have enzymes that help break it down, the Terrazyme is really going to aid and support your body to break it down so it's bioavailable and can be absorbed into your body. Because there's nothing worse than eating a bunch of salad and then not getting the benefits out of it. So whether you eat a lot of meat or you eat vegan, going ahead and adding the Terrazyme into your daily routine is really going to help your body to absorb all those nutrients that it needs to get through the day and to continue making right decisions when it comes to food. And we will be taking that, I think, 1 capsule with every meal throughout the day. And that's something that we'll be doing throughout the whole cleanse. The next one that we are going to be looking at is the Zendocrine Complex. And so with the Zendocrine Complex, we are going to be taking that throughout the whole cleanse as well. And so the complex is what the Zendocrine oil and the Zendocrine complex is what is going to be cleansing our internal organs, which I'm talking about the liver, the kidneys, the spleen. And the complex is a whole food nutrition to support the body and its natural detoxification. So interestingly enough, our body naturally detoxifies at night between the hours of 11 and 3 o'clock a.m. And I'm going to have an extra tip for you guys at the end of this video as far as how to support and ensure that natural process happens. So what we're doing with the complex is, again, we're helping to aid that natural process, and we're helping to get rid of all the toxins that the body's holding on to in our fat cells and that heavy mucus that's in our body from things like our processed food, from pesticides and herbicides if we're not eating organic, from our toxic overload from having using dishwasher or clothes detergent that has some toxins in it, from our shampoo and conditioner and our lotions, anything that we're not using natural that has toxins in it, we're helping our body to get rid of all of that. Then we are looking at the Zendocrine essential oil, which is the detoxification blend. So you can buy Zendocrine in a 15 milliliter essential oil, or you can buy it in the pre-made capsules. So I know this particular one is one that people chose not to do because it did give their tummy a little bit of upset. So the Zendocrine complex is something I take on a daily basis every day. And sometimes I'll get a little bit of burps if I don't go ahead and drink this whole bottle of water after I go ahead and have those capsules. And I do that as a general rule anytime that I take any of my essential oils internally in capsules. I go ahead and drink a bunch of water to make sure it flushes into my system, gets down into my stomach, and can be absorbed and used. So number one, if you start taking the Zendertrin complex and you're noticing some type of upset in your stomach, and or if you're getting any type of burps of the oil and you don't want to do that, add water. If you find that that doesn't help you, I don't want you to completely discount the Zendertrin at this point. There are other options, and here's what you're going to do. You can go ahead and you can roll it on your abdomen, so we can use it topically and still receive the benefits from our internal organs. So you're going to roll it on your tummy, on your abdomen, topically, and on the bottoms of your feet as well. And you could choose one or the other, or you can do both. It's completely up to you, but these are options that you guys can do and some tweaks that you guys can do. And so the reason why it's so important is because all of the essential oils in the Zendertrin complex are really going to help support the body's natural process to expel all of the toxic overload that we have in our body. So this is a key part of the cleanse that I don't want people to miss out on. So definitely, and if you buy the capsules and you find that you're getting that upset, go ahead and just pop the capsule and put it on your tummy, or pop the capsule and put it on the bottoms of your feet. So you can still use the capsules. Or if you know that it's something that you have a sensitive stomach, you can go ahead, you can get the oil, make your own veggie capsules. And then if you want, you can go ahead and make a roller ball for your stomach or the bottoms of your feet. So I just definitely wanted to go over that this year. All right, so the next suspects that we are looking at. Hi, Mr. Squirrel. I have a little squirrel. He's my little audience right now. He's really cute. He's so chubby for the winter. So we have the GX Assist. So the GX Assist is a combination of different essential oils along with caprylic acid that are really going to make a really uninviting environment for all. So now we've moved on. Let me back up. So now we are moving on to gut health, right? So we have gone and we have gotten all of the toxins out of our body. So now we're looking at our gut health, and that is the microflora or candida that is living in our stomach. And if you tend to reach for a lot of sugar, then you're probably feeding a lot of the bad candida that is in your stomach, because it really craves sugar, it craves processed food. So by getting rid of this, it will help to reduce those cravings. But also it's going to help reset the environment in your stomach. So we are going to do the GX Assist a couple of times a day, and that the GX Assist is only going to be taken for 10 days. So we are going to do the GX Assist for 10 days. And if for some reason, again, this is a really important part of the cleanse because it's helping to get rid of all of the bad bacteria and the microflora in your gut, so that all the good bacteria we're going to introduce with the probiotic can go in and settle and colonize and live happily ever after in your stomach for however long it lives happily ever after in there. So it is an important part. So I think they ask you to do, take one soft gel with an evening meal. All right, so this is different because they used to have you do it, I think, with every meal with the GX Assist. So we are only going to be taking one soft gel with every meal in the evening. And then it's going to go ahead and work overnight. So it's going to be absolutely amazing. And then we're going to go ahead, and after that, we'll do the PB Assist, which is our probiotic. And so what I love about doTERRA's probiotic, if you're already using a probiotic, I do suggest or invite you to try out the PB Assist, because what I love about it is it has two layers. So the outer layer melts when it's in your stomach, and then the inner layer gets into your lower intestines and it bursts open. And then it has I forgot what it's called, pre-fiber pre something. But it's food basically for the microflora, the good microflora to eat on and then colonize and to live in there. So I definitely suggest you guys try it. But this is the next step. We're going to go ahead and we'll introduce that into our diet. So we'll take that 3 times a day. Oh, no, we will take 3 capsules with the evening meal. So we'll go ahead and we will do that with the PB Assist, and that's going to help to reintroduce all the good microflora. And it really, for me personally, it really helped me to reduce my sugar cravings, which I am desperately going to need after this holiday season. So I have been all about the sweets this season, which is like very uncharacteristic of me, but I've just been doing it. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and reset all of that. So the next thing that we are looking at is DDR prime, and that is our cellular complex. And with the DDR prime, so it protects the body against oxidative stress. So this is going to be done at the last leg of the cleanse. And then I would highly suggest continuing on with the LLV, with the probiotic, and with the DDR prime and the Terrazyme after the cleanse is done, so that you are maintaining optimal health throughout the year, and not just during this cleanse period. But the cellular regeneration is really, really great for all of us. And like I said, it helps to reduce the oxidative stress, which is going to help with our overall health. And then the last thing on here is lemon oil. And so the lemon oil is something that we will take 2 drops. You can put 1 to 2 drops into your water bottle and drink that throughout the day. So this isn't, the next part I'm going to say isn't a requirement in the cleanse, but I do invite you to try it. So a lot of us do not drink enough water. And so we should be drinking half our weight in ounces in water. I hope I said that correctly. Throughout the day. So really look to increase your water intake, and that's really going to help to the body to flush out all the toxins. It's going to help to support your skin, give your skin a healthy glow. And it's really going to help all of your internal organs. It's absolutely really, really great for the body. And a lot of people see a lot of health changes by just increasing their water intake. So I definitely invite you to go ahead and do that. So I do suggest, so 2 things I suggest is definitely beforehand having a glass water bottle and having some type of pill container that you can take around with you. Or I like to fill it up with all of the pills so that I just come out in the morning and I pop them all and I'm good to go for the day. And then I have my glass water bottle, so I can bring that around with me. I can add my citrus oils into it, which is going to help further the cleansing process, and it helps me to drink more water as well. So if you currently are not a member and you are really interested in doing this cleanse with us, we do have an enrollment kit that does have the whole cleanse package in it. So that's going to go ahead and give you a discount on the whole cleanse package. And if you are a member under Blair, Nova, myself, Brian, Monica, Tabitha, Jasmine, somebody within our group, then you will go ahead and you will receive, if you enroll with one of us, you will go ahead and you will receive one of these free water bottles. So I absolutely love them, and I have it in gold and in silver too. They're super cute. They're super slim, convenient. They fit in my book bag. They fit in the car. I love it, love it, love it. And then a couple of other things to look at for the cleanse is potentially adding in Slim and Sassy. So if you are going through sugar withdrawals, then adding in the Slim and Sassy can help to curb those cravings. And so you could put a drop or 2 directly under the tongue or on your tongue. I find when I have the really, really like, oh, I need it now type of craving, if I go ahead and put it on my tongue or under my tongue, that it really helps to dissipate that. You can also go ahead and put the Slim and Sassy in your water, so it helps to curb your appetite, and it also helps with the metabolism as well. So it supports a healthy metabolism, and it helps support healthy blood sugar levels as well. So you could go ahead, you could add it to your water. They sell Slim and Sassy capsules as well. So you could get the capsules and you can take those throughout the process as well. But that's a nice additive. It's not a part of the cleanse, it's just an additive to the cleanse. And the last part that I want to talk about is adding the Serenity Complex and or the essential oil and using calming oils throughout this whole process. So studies show that the root cause of about 80 to 90% of our diseases and health problems is stress and not being able to deal with stress appropriately. So whether it's stress going on with inside the body, it's mental and emotional stress, it really affects us. So adding in any type of oil that's going to help to reduce your stress is going to be really important. So if you have a diffuser necklace, go ahead and maybe add some balance, serenity. My new favorite one, it's the Green Kids oil, Steady. It's my new favorite one. Roll some Steady all around you. It's absolutely great. So have some calming oils in your purse, in your car, on your body, readily available at home to just help reduce stress, right? Because what we're looking at is optimal health, and that's going to be one of the things that's going to benefit you. Diffuse some of the calming oils as well. It's going to be really helpful. If you're watching this and you have some calming oils that you want to suggest, please drop them below so that everybody can see what type of calming oils they can look at. But then the Serenity Complex, what I do is I'm going to invite you guys to do two things. One, if possible, eat healthy throughout this 30 days and try to eat your last meal no later than 7 o'clock. And what that's going to do is it's going to go ahead and it's going to give your liver and your spleen and your stomach a little bit of break. It's going to process the food and then it's going to give it a break. Because like I said earlier in here, on here, is that between 11 and 3, that's when your body, your internal organs really go to work to detoxify. So we don't want them to be busy. We want them to be rested and have already done other jobs so that they can go ahead and give their full attention to the detox process. And so I invite you to try to eat your last meal by 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock at the latest. And then I invite you to use the Serenity capsules. And I would take them about a half an hour before you go to bed. If you can try to go to bed by 10 o'clock at night, then you're going to give your body an hour of rest before it goes into that detox process. And so it's really only going to amplify the results of this whole, and that's not proven by any study, but from my understanding of Chinese medicine, it's really going to go ahead and it's going to amplify the results of this detox process. So I really invite you to do that. And taking the Serenity capsule is really, if you have trouble sleeping, it's going to help aid you into sleeping. And then also, if you don't have trouble sleeping, it's really going to help you get into a deeper sleep. And then you will also find when your body's not doing things like processing food, then, and your spleen's just doing the detox process and its natural things it's supposed to be doing, that also is going to help aid you into getting a deeper sleep as well. So I'm really excited to see the results of this 30-day cleanse that you guys are going to have. If you know that you're going to go ahead and participate in the cleanse, I want to see some emojis dropped below. So some hands up, some hell yeah, some count me in, 100%. Do something so we know who is going to go ahead and join us. You don't need to decide today. You do have until the 15th of next month to go ahead and join us. If you have any questions on the cleanse, please go ahead, ask me whatever questions you have below, or you can private message me, but try to do it below only because that way other people might have the same question and they'll benefit from it. And then the last thing I'm going to go over is LLV is not the only thing that is 15% off this week. I'm just going to go to the doTERRA website right now. So they have a lot of good, healthy, what did you just do, doTERRA? They have a lot of good, healthy oils as well as products, doTERRA, that are really great to help support our bodies through the winter season. So I know the On Guard capsules are 15% off. Turmeric is 15% off. The Stronger, the new kids blend is 15% off. Copaiba, the Breathe Stick, which is amazing to have. I'm going to stock up on those. Is 15% off. The cough drop. So doTERRA has an On Guard cough drop and it has the Breathe cough drop. So the way I distinguish between the two is the On Guard cough drop. One, if I need a little hit of On Guard, it's a great way for me to get that into my system. Two, it also helps when I have a sore throat. It helps to kind of numb it and soothe the sore throat. And then, like I said, it's giving me that hit of On Guard, which is going to help my immune system. And the Breathe just really helps to open up the respiratory system. So if I have a lot of congestion, then I really like to have the Breathe cough drops on hand. And then the the LLV, so the Z Omega, the Alpha CRS, and the VMZ are also 15% off this month, this week. So it's this week only, and it's going to end on the 22nd is when it's going to end on. So that is it. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're watching the replay, let me know. Do a little replay below so I know who watched this replay. And like I said, if you have any questions, let me know. Many blessings. Have a wonderful day. Bye.